Okay, so we have a village, but the usefulness of all of this kinda stops at the farms. And having an elytra, broken tools, everything like that, I really need an automated farm. So I want to take this mountain and put a gunpowder farm into it. But instead of doing something with the mountain and just, hollowing it out, putting a farm inside of it, I want to flip it upside down. Yes, you heard me right. I want to take this entire mountain, dig it out, block for block, and flip it up on its end. And this thing is massive. Just look how far down this goes. Easily 100 blocks tall. Okay, maybe not. I don't actually know block count. But to mine this guy out and gather all of the materials block for block with my Silk Touch pick, I'm gonna need more of these guys. Which means I'm headed back to the end to go get even more shulker boxes so that I have plenty to take this down and rebuild it. Okay, please have an Eye of Ender. Please have an Eye of Ender. Please have an Eye of Ender. And since we don't have any Eyes of Ender, I'm gonna need an Ender Pearl from the blue biome, which is somewhere in here. Ah, there it is. All right, now I have one. I need a blaze powder. Okay, let's hope this singular Eye of Ender gets me to the portal. Ah, there's the hole. What are the odds I fly through that first try? Ah, we made it. Hello, everybody. I'm back. All right, 16 should be enough. We'll have 12 shulker boxes in total. I don't have my elytra on. We're good. Now it's just time to head home. Well, we have the shulker boxes. We have plenty of food. Probably not near enough durability for all of this, but I guess we just get started with the first block. I didn't even get it? What do you mean I didn't get it? Do I need a shovel? What the? All right, take two. Perfect, it actually works. Now to just take down the rest of the mountain. Alright, so far we have this. It currently looks pretty good, but it looked like this before. And we still have a lot left to do. But our tools are in desperate need of repair, and I have no way of doing that without an XP farm. Which means we're going back to the end to make an Enderman farm. I'll be needing wood, leaves, rails, a minecart, hoppers, chests, trapdoors, iron bars, a name tag, and finally some carpet. Okay, so now that we're here, I'm gonna put the lava down, let it flow, and start this build. I believe 2 stacks of leaves is far enough out. And now I have to make a giant platform for all the Endermen to spawn on. Okay, the platform's done and I have, wow, way too many Endermen. This guy's name? Yeah, you should do that right now. Yep, this worked too well. I'll heal up the tools and be back home in no time. Oh, I forgot how little I had done. Just walked off the mountain. Okay, cool. So I've noticed this is gonna take me a very long time with this pickaxe. Instead of trying to do the rest of this mountain block for block, slowly but surely, I figure it's time we go build something that I have actually hardly ever gotten in my Minecraft worlds. A beacon. Which requires the nether for material gathering. First up, I have to gather 3 wither skeleton skulls. Alright, so that's 1. Alright, and that's 2. 3. Okay, now we can fight the wither. Now that we have all of that done, I just have to figure out where I want to fight the wither. I don't think I'm going to do it in the overworld, but we'll head back to the end and fight it mano a mano where the dragon failed. This is good enough a spot as any. And done. Now we just wait for this guy to spawn in. Oh yeah, it can fly. Oh, he's already dead. Okay, that's cool, I guess. And now I have a beacon, which was a lot easier to obtain than I thought it would be. Thankfully, I had a ton of iron from one of my previous videos, so there's no need to go mining for that, and we just place it and we're done. And we pick haste 2. Now we should be good to go. Oh my word, why didn't I do this earlier? Insta mining is so much better. Looks like I won't be spending 20 hours breaking down this mountain. So we've officially gotten a big enough area that I not only have to move these shulkers, but also the beacon. Oh, this will take me a minute to take down. And there we go. Now to just put it over here. Okay, cool. Beacon's back up. We can go back to mining for another forever. Got it. So to make this project just a bit easier, I'm actually going to make this a gigantic circle instead of just going along the edges. I've already plotted out the middle and I'm going to go out 33 blocks on each side, making this a gigantic circle. And once I have this thing mined out, I'll be going down probably another 30 layers, which means I'm going to get so much more stone. And the circle's kind of indented into the mountain, which means I'm going to have to clear off this top part too, which is going to take forever. Hopefully once this thing's completed, it'll look a lot better than it does right now. 17 layers later, and this place is looking awesome. I can't wait to fill this all in, and then put a flipped upside down mountain in here. This looks pretty cool. The last thing I have to do is fill in the walls all the way down to this level and fill in the floor all the way around, so that it's a perfect cylinder shape cut out of the world. Okay, and now the floor's finished. That's half of this completed, now onto the walls. Actually, before I finish off all these walls, for the creeper farm to work, I'm gonna have to light up this entire cave. If you've seen previous videos, you know this cave goes on for ages, as this is one of the main areas I mined in, so I'm gonna have to torch up so much area. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a ton of torches and see what kind of a dent we can make. Alright, so this entire place is now lit up, going all the way down to -64, which means I've easily spent my time lighting up over 100 blocks of land. Wow, I really have nothing else to do, huh? However, there's still one last thing I can do before building the mountain. I still have to fill in these walls so that we have a perfect cylinder, so let's get to it. And now she's done. I just made a gigantic cylinder dent in my hardcore world. Now the last thing I have to do in here is build a mountain and a creeper farm, so technically not the last thing. I think the first thing I need to do is start with an outline of the mountain so I know the basic construct I'm going to go for. However, this beacon is going to have to go first. Okay, so now we have a completely empty hole and I'm ready to start outlining the mountain. Okay, so the first block that I mined happened to be snow and I didn't get it, and the second one I mined was also snow, so we're just going to put these two here. I really have no idea how this is supposed to start, but I guess this is as good as any, and we're just going to go up side by side until we have it complete. Alright, so we'll just start on this side and go up until I have a gigantic mountain, I guess. Okay, so that was actually only one stack of stone. It didn't go up as high as I want to, but I'm going to start on another layer just so I know how high I really want to go. And while I'm doing this, I kind of want different legs to go up at different heights, so this one will go up like really, really slowly, while the other ones go up really, really fast. Alright, so that's 2 out of 3 complete. I'm going to go ahead and finish the first one that we did and add a couple more, and then see where we stand with this mountain design. Okay, so the mountain is upside down now. I've done 4 of the sections. I have a few more to go because I want to do diagonal ones so that I have a better plan, but other than this, it's looking pretty good. I've never made a mountain before, let alone one that's flipped upside down, so I'm kind of working with what I have here. I think I'm going to work on the diagonal bits for a little while because it's going to be really hard connecting all of these this far apart, so this is just going to give me a little bit of an extra edge. Honestly, this looks really weird with just 8 pillars sprouting out of a hole. Before I fill these guys in, I should probably make a loop around the top of them so that I know the circular formation I'm going for. Okay, that's actually not a bad design. I think I'm going to do this all the way around and we'll have somewhat of a circle. I don't want to make it perfect, so there's going to be definite edges in this thing, but it's not meant to be perfect, and what I'm doing right now is exactly what I want. And now we have a full-fledged outline of what this mountain's going to look like. This thing is going to be massive to build, but honestly, I'm ready for it. I think what I'm going to do is kind of spam blocks in some sort of pattern, just connecting the sides as much as possible. I don't have the best idea of what a mountain's supposed to look like from the inside, so I'm just going to go with what I have. I don't know if there's a formation for this or not, but I think I'm doing all right so far. Okay, so far it's not looking too bad. I've had some sections where it's been a little rough because I'm honestly just spamming blocks right now, but for some reason it's kind of looking okay. So you guys will see me once this is done, which is probably like a second for you and an hour for me, so enjoy! Part 1 of 8 is now done. This side actually looks really cool, and I'm kind of happy with it. There's some blemishes throughout, but it still looks really good. I think I'm going to have to come up with a different way to do this other than just spamming blocks, because it doesn't look great in some areas. Maybe there's a pattern I can come up with. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and make section 2, which is probably going to take me another hour, so enjoy the second cut that you guys get to see. Stage 2 is now complete, and from this side, the mountain is looking really cool and finished. Unfortunately, that is nowhere close to the case. I still have plenty of area left to do, but I've come up with a better way to do it. For stage 3, I'm actually starting an outline between pillars so that I have a more precise plan put into place while building this thing. I think doing this will allow me to have a better put together mountain, as well as keeping it in line a little bit. My previous 2 stages were off a little bit, so I think this will just bring it all together. I've finished the outline for stage 3, so now it's just time to start filling this in. And that's stage 3 complete. We have 3/8 of this mountain done, still a lot left to go, but so far it's looking really cool, and this method definitely helps. So for the rest of the stages, I'm basically going to be doing the exact same thing. I'm going to make an outline on every single layer and then slowly fill it in until I have every single stage complete. Speeding this along seems to make the most sense, and we're almost already done with the mountain. It's looking massive, but it's really cool. I only have 2 more stages left to go, and then I'll be able to put a creeper farm in here, so let's get to it. And that's one giant flipped over mountain for the history books. I finally figured out why no one does this. It takes forever. Unfortunately, we're still not done yet, and I have to put a creeper farm inside this thing. Thankfully, there is so much space, I have no worry about it. Okay, so I'm going to put the creeper farm basically directly in the center of the mountain. I went ahead and grabbed everything for the creeper farm, which includes a ton of redstone stuff and water, as well as I grabbed a bunch of stone because I'm going to need a ton for platforms. To start the project, I'm going to build all the way out to the middle so that I have a center ground for building. For the collection system, I'm going to use a hopper minecart track underneath some magma blocks. This should kill the creepers and collect all of the gunpowder efficiently. Now to build a giant platform. Just kidding, I'm not going to do that again. Okay, so I'm building this creeper farm on my own. I'm not using a tutorial, and I've come up with a pretty good design. This platform I'm building is perfect for water to push creepers off of. I'm going to build different layers of this on either side so that there are tons of creepers that will spawn, and I think it'll work. I actually don't know. Okay, we're getting to a good point in the build. I think it's looking really cool. I mean, okay, it's not a cool build, but it's a build. Man, do I love placing trapdoors. So exciting. Okay, most of it's done. I still have the roof to fill in, but I'm gonna have to break some of this ice because we've been in a snow biome this whole time and the water has not been kind. Now to deal with the redstone on the outside, something I definitely love to do. I went ahead and made 2 different redstone clocks, one that'll operate on one side and one on the other. This will ensure that half of the machine is flooded with water and the other half has spawnable area, if I can do this correctly at least. Alright, so the creeper farm is finished, and I just want you to look at how small it is compared to the mountain. Yeah, I just flipped upside a mountain for this thing, and it's like a fraction of the size. But I guess we should check if it works to see if I'm actually getting gunpowder for fireworks, and it is. Okay, cool. That means I have infinite fireworks and a giant mountain, which I guess is a bonus. I kind of like the fireworks part, but I'll take the mountain. And that's it. I flipped an entire mountain upside down to put a gunpowder farm in. Yes, that was extreme overkill, but no one's ever done that before, so I think it was really awesome. We've also recently just hit 250,000 subscribers, so thank you for that, and if you are new, consider hitting that subscribe button to join. And I guess if you enjoyed the video, you should probably like. But if you're still here, maybe consider checking out the Discord. I don't really know what to say at this point. We're pretty much done here, so yeah.